Hi, we're back with the Method Actor Speaks. I'm your host, John Solari. If you want to come on the show, please do. 818-453-0069. And ladies, we'll start with Amy. Would you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Amy Lyndon.
Hi, I'm Joycelyne Com.
And today I want to just say, I really wanted Joycelyne to meet Amy because you've both been around the business a while. And I know with your book there, that's fascinating. I really want to read that book. And because, well, tell the audience what your book is about, Amy.
It's a 15 guideline map to booking book. It's a technique that I created 20 years ago now.
It's 20 years? Wow.
I know I don't look like it's 20 years. But yes, I was like 10 and a half at the time.
And Joycelyne, have you ever heard of this technique?
No, I'm really interested. It's very fascinating. I loved listening to your ideas.
Oh, thank you.
If she was a new student, Amy, what would you ask her?
I would first ask her where she's trained so I could find out how to speak.
Let's
with
find
her.
out.
So where have you trained?
Well, Stella Adler.
Oh, good. I love Stella.
And
Stella!
Stella! I majored in theater arts at UCLA.
Oh, okay.
And then, I had dialogue coaches when I was little.
Yeah, but what's the last thing that you've done?
Well, I'm doing a vampire movie Thursday.
Okay, what are you playing?
I'm playing a dominatrix vampire.
God, gotta love that.
But let's see.
See, what I would probably do is I would probably figure out where she fits first and see if she had a comprehensive package. Since she's in the printing business, she needs to know about comprehensive packaging, which is whether or not your resume matches your photos, which match your demo reel, and then your package actually comes up to your talent.
Nice.
So
do you make a present?
So I put together, I help people get agents, I help them put together their business because we have a lot of great actors with really bad packages.
Really?
Yeah. Now I'm sure you've seen, since you own a printing company.
What do you mean by packaging?
Well, what I mean is
so that
I have, I would have let's say a girl from Juilliard, graduating Juilliard with a degree in theater.
Mm-hmm.
All the talent in the world, but nobody's going to see her because she doesn't, look like her package matches what her talent is. So she doesn't have a demo reel, she doesn't have so I have people to put you with to put together demos and to put together scenes that look like they're already on television.
Huh.
Yeah, sometimes I was having the trouble because I do comedy and I look so, dramatic and exotic, and they won't give me those roles, so I had to take goofy pictures, just so they could see that I'm actually different.
There it is, because you have to hand it. We're in a texting society.
They don't see it.
Yeah, they can't see it. Well, they're not supposed to. How are they going to see it unless they see it?
Well, when I do Mae West, everybody goes, well, how can you do Mae West? Because they don't see that I look like Mae West. Unless I show them.
Unless you show them that you do Mae West. That's what I'm saying. So it's like I always say, you're a shoe in a shoe store, and if you only have half of a shoe, where are your tools? How are you going to how's anybody going to buy your shoes?
Last week I saw this guy and I said, the way he was dressed was really bad. And I just said, if you were going to buy ketchup and you look at two different bottles and one was more attractive, which one are you going to get? And I said, you really need to shape up a little bit. I hardly knew him, but I was like, you need a little help, your hair's dirty.
Oh my God, and this was from Match.com.
No. That was funny though.
No, that's funny.
For me to,
have you ever been on one of those dating sites?
No.
No?
Have
Okay.
you?
Yeah, actually, the guy that I've been with for 14 months, I met on Match.com.
Awesome.
I feel like I could be a Match.com representative.
I used to be a matchmaker.
Shut up.
That's
amazing. That's amazing. You know what? You should do that out here. You would make so much money.
It's very difficult
and
out here. It's better in Boston.
Oh yeah, I would imagine it would be better in Boston.
Because here people want, to begin with, a young chick.
Yeah.
And so I give them that for about 2.5 months, and then they're like, nobody under 35, because they think in their mind, let's say an older man, he'll think that he wants somebody younger, but then they have nothing to relate to. They get tired of people yesing them. This is a sample of a conversation somebody said. I think the situation in the Middle East is just terrible. And she went, oh, simply terrible. But it's very necessary. Oh, very necessary.
Jesus.
And then he was like,
I mean,
help.
if he wanted a puppet, he could have just bought one. It wouldn't have
Well,
cost
see,
him so much.
they get tired of that after a while
You know,
because they're
well.
talking to themselves and everything's, there's no back and forth. There's only
Yeah, well,
whatever
it's a
you
good thing
say.
that they try it at least.
Yeah, they
so,
try.
I mean, as long
So
as they're
it's
under
funny.
contract, that's good.
It's
As long
really-
as you're making money along the way, then it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, back to the comprehensive package. So I would say to you, does your package match your talent? Does it match your training? Can you put it in front of an agent and not have them say your development? It's a lot of great actors, even though they have training, they look at their package and go, I don't know what to do with you. Because a lot of actors today are thinking that they're supposed to go to an agent and
Make
the
them
agent's
do it.
supposed to do it. They're not.
Yeah.
You have to be like, add water and stir, guys. That's what it is. It's add water and stir.
Because they're so
You know?
busy now. They just want to.
Everybody is. We're in a texting society. I mean, they're going, TTL, TLY, totally. I get TLY, totally. They're not even finishing sentences on a text. So if they're not finishing sentences on a text, how do you expect them to look into your package? That's so sad.
And I think you feel that you know what you should play because you're, comfortable in certain roles.
Then be okay,
you should do
figuring that out, and look on TV and see who's got your job. Really see who's working and your type. I'm sure people say Lucy Liu to you all the time. You could probably do sci-fi. She could do like Nikita, or you can do like a prosecuting attorney. I totally see that. Or somebody that owns an advertising company or a modeling agency. I mean, I could go on and on.
Right.
She could do a therapist. I mean, you look at Mistresses, the girl on Mistresses. She plays a therapist. She's Asian. You have to look at who's got your part.
That's good.
And so if you wanted to be on those shows, television keeps hiring more of the same people.
Right.
I mean, if you look at a show, you're like, oh, it's exactly like this other show that I watch. They're all the same. And so you have to, you would be great for, like The Walking Dead, like an apocalyptic show. The 100. You have to watch a lot of TV in order to know where you belong in TV. So that's what I would say to you.
That's cool.
And that's not even talking about whether or not she knows how to book a job.
Now that's the interesting part. Well, what would you say to her about how to do that?
Well, first you got to get in the room, and so if you get in the room and you look exactly what they think they think you look like based on what they just saw from your package, then you're 80% there.
What do you mean by you want dress up as the part?
No, let's say she had an attorney picture, okay, and they were looking for an upscale Asian woman attorney on on Bad Judge, okay, which actually has a lot of humor, that show, which would be a great show for you because it mixes drama with comedy, which is great.
Yeah.
And so that would be a great show for her. And so if she understood the show and went in looking like the show, and then she just delivered the lines exactly like an attorney would on that show, based on the story, chances of her booking it would be pretty high.
Now that part makes sense, but it also it's interesting when you said that about looking the part. I did a commercial years ago, and it said to be in uniform. I was supposed to play a cop, police officer.
Yeah, you
They
could do
wanted
that today with commercials, but not with theatrical.
Well, this was okay. Well, no, they wanted you. to
Oh,
come
they
in,
wanted you?
They wanted you to come in with a uniform.
Oh,
and
wow, nice.
This and that.
Yeah, nice.
I went in with sweatpants, really, a sweater, a jacket, and a big scarf around my neck.
What happened?
And when I walked in, they said, "Wow, what a great look!" And I got the part.
Well, because you had character.
It's what we were
Was that
talking
a
on
lot
the
of
other.
it? Was a lot of it the character had that kind of a feel to him?
He was supposed to be a cop in a car, in uniform.
The jacket.
That's funny. Was that a co-star, a guest star? What
It
was
was a guest star in a commercial.
Okay.
It was.
Oh, it's a commercial. Interesting.
commercial.
Interesting.
That's what I'm saying. They wanted this.
That's so funny.
So, but I as I told you in the other show, as Arthur Penn told me, break the rules. And I'm such a
Yeah.
believer in that.
You have to just, you know, you have to go with your gut. You have to go with your gut.
I mean,
you have to go with
when
your
you
style.
think about it, Amy, excuse me. When you think about it, you got 500 guys coming in police uniforms. Here comes this one guy, just like he's going to a drag
Well, I
queen's
think
ball.
part of it is that it looked like you didn't want the part. You
Right.
know?
I mean, I
it's
didn't
so
care if I got
dysfunctional.
it or not.
So dysfunctional.
Yeah, it just depends on the day, the person, what they think, you know?
Yeah, but again, they don't want people that kiss their butt. You came in, you're like, hey, whatever. And so they're like, that guy's interesting, I want him. That's why I tell everybody, like when you go to an audition or a meeting, act like you're going out on a date. You know, you don't tell everybody everything. Don't dump on them. Like if they say, how you doing? Don't tell them, oh, my car just broke down. I couldn't find
You don't need
parking.
that.
And, I mean, my God.
Remember Barbara Clayman, the casting director?
Oh, my
yeah.
God. I loved her.
Yes.
I used to actually sit in her office with her and smoke with her.
She was great.
Is she no longer with us?
No, she's still with us, and
Oh,
she gave me a great compliment because
loved
she
her.
was. She said I should have been a star. She said I was an actor's actor, but I remember auditioning for her, and I walked in, and when her assistant came out and said, "Why are you so calm?" You know, because what you said, I always went in with that feeling of.
It's a great feeling to have.
You know,
It's
just
a
do
great
it.
feeling to have because people want people that don't want you, you know? I mean, you can't act like you're needy, and so that laid back.
Do you find
I'm
a lot
really
of actors
okay
that have
myself.
that needy feeling?
Well, what I always tell people is the same reason that you got into acting, to be loved and cherished and everybody clap for you, is the same reason why you're having problems booking. Because it's that reaching towards somebody.
They don't
You want them
someone
to come to you, and
that would have them
that's
in
why I
a
said it's
club.
like
Remember Woody
dating.
Allen?
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
want to join a club that would have me as a member.
Yeah, it was like Groucho Marx said that, wasn't it? But I watch her work. The reason I really wanted her to meet you is because, you know, she's very talented, Joycelyne. Do you recommend people just do anything?
No.
What does that mean?
No, I recommend
I mean
them
in
do what
parts,
the
I'm just saying.
writer intended. I recommend them figure out why you're in the script and do what the writer intended.
But just meeting Joycelyne now, what kind of advice would you give her?
I gave
Well,
her
what would you
advice
ask
on the
her?
roles that I believe she could play.
Yeah, right.
What do you want to ask me, Joyce? Let's go, bring it on.
Okay, how'd you do with Match? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, like I can help you write your profile. And lie.
A lot of people do that, don't they?
I'm just kidding.
They do.
But it's true, just like, you know, I said, my ex said that he went on one of those sites and he said that they look good in the small picture, but then when I see them in person, they look like my aunt.
That's funny.
There is
It's really
I
funny.
had someone on the show. I saw the photos in one place, but then when you meet them in real life, you know, they're two different people. I mean, the one
That's
person
true, too. Yeah.
aged like 20
I have
years.
had people come in
Older.
to make copies of their pictures, and when they came to pick them up, I didn't know who they were.
It's like
And
you're
I
picking
would-
up your kid's shot, you know?
And I would go like, did you order the 250 or the 500? Because I'd narrow it down, you know, and I'd go, wonder what stack it's in, you know, and then I'd look and I'm like, and then sometimes I would get celebrities and they would give me these yellow pictures that were so old, but they wanted that. Now I could see if you're doing fan, you know, clubs and you want
Yeah, when they go to
memorabilia,
when they
but
go
if
do
you're
that.
trying
But
to
if
get
you're
a part,
no, I wouldn't.
and you know, but it's not my. I don't judge. I just make them.
You're like,
Let's
I
make
don't
the copy. Whatever they want, I'll make. You know, the copy because that's my job.
Well, we all try to just stay young looking as much as possible for as long as possible, you know. Like, I don't tell anybody my age. It's my birthday on Wednesday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I'll be hiding on that day. No, I'm just kidding.
Really?
No, I'm actually.
I don't think so. You just
I'm
got-
actually teaching that night.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go?
You know, because you
Yeah.
said you met somebody on Match.com. I figured. Well,
No,
You
I'm
won't be-
busy. I'm busy.
now,
I'm busy.
how do you feel about the photos? I apologize for butting in.
Mm-hmm.
What you have a lot of students
Yeah.
now. They bring you pictures and resumes.
I usually show the picture back at them, and I say, what show is this person on?
And what about the people who don't look like their photos?
I don't usually get those kind of people.
Okay, you see, you get
The people that come to me
what age
are
range?
ready to work, and they are ready to listen to somebody to teach them how to get a job. So I don't deal with people that are in process.
How do people
I don't
find
think I've
you?
ever
then?
argued with anybody. Like, I haven't had any arguments with people for probably, I don't know, 15 years, because the people that come to me are great people like you guys. I work with anywhere from 10 years old all the way up to 75.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
have a mix in class too.
In your class?
Yeah, they're mixed.
Because
How
I would.
big is your class?
Well, let me see. I had 36 students the other night.
Pretty big.
Yeah. So you sign up. Doesn't mean you you have to show up, because I give an out for everybody. They could call by noon, and so I give them an out because I want you working. So if you're out there working, I'd rather you out there working than being in class.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
the
I
whole
give
reason.
you till noon to call. So I might have like 50 something signed up for a class, but usually between 27 and 41 show up.
That's good.
On Monday and Wednesday nights, and then I teach throughout the week. I just started taking Mondays off because I teach on Monday nights. But I mean, I usually teach 5 days a week.
5 days a week.
5 days a week.
Wow, that's a lot of.
Yeah,
Supposed to go on late night
I have about
dates.
120 students. I have about 120 students a week that I
Now,
look at.
most of your students, is it word mouth to mouth, or?
Well, I mean, I was nominated Backstage, one of Backstage top acting coaches in LA for 4 years straight.
Will you?
I
Yeah,
have somebody that's looking for a coach I can recommend.
have them call the office. Speak with my people. Have them talk to my people.
Your people did. That's a very.
My people will talk to your people.
Ellen, remember?
Yeah, my people will talk to your
My
people.
people.
Yeah, so they can find me at thelindentechnique.com or tltaccess.com, and the Linden Technique at gmail.com.
And Facebook.
On Twitter, Facebook,
Facebook.
yeah. I haven't done Instagram yet. It's just one more thing. I don't know.
I know. It's
There's
just
LinkedIn.
overwhelming.
I know, it's so much. But that's basically where people can find me.
And what do you get out of teaching?
I love that question. Teaching makes me feel so good when they work. I love when somebody writes me and says, thank you so much. It's because of our work together that I'm working. And, I never thought that I would find something other than acting that would help fulfill me as much. But I have. It brings tears to my eyes and how much I love
I
it.
saw your whole face change.
I just love it. I love my students, and they're hugging on me all the time, and they're wonderful. They're just beautiful people. So much better than managing. I think I told you earlier that I was a manager for 9 years.
9 years.
I started Adam Brody's career. He was on the OC. He used to drive up from San Diego. He trained with me when he was 16. I managed him. I trained him all the way up to the OC. And, and I had some really great people. I was negotiating some cool deals, but,
It's hard.
in the long run, actors leave you, and it
Burns
breaks
you.
your heart. It just breaks your
I
heart.
have to say.
That's what he used to
I
say.
deify them and then they nullify me.
God, that's so
Good.
good. That's
Say
so
that a little
good.
louder so I can hit.
I
The audience.
deify them and they nullify me.
That's
Oh.
what Jay Bernstein said. Yeah, I totally relate to that. It's just too much pressure, and so that's why I love managers. I had great managers. I have a great manager now. I'm all about managers. They've been very good to me, and I've been great to them. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. My agent was Craig Wyckoff. Did you know Craig?
Yeah.
He became a rabbi, and now
Craig
he's
did?
yes, and he's a full-time rabbi now.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad he found his calling. That's awesome. I met him back in the day.
When it was Epstein Wyckoff.
Yeah.
That's when I was with him, and then
Isn't his son?
I don't know if his kid's too small.
Oh, he's too small.
To
Yeah.
Walter Bikel Jennings was my first agent out here. I don't know if you remember them. They were over in Beverly. They were known for the best character actors.
They used to have like agencies that were specialized, that were known for
Character, yeah,
certain
they were.
things.
Yeah, years ago.
I mean, my actors, they're always calling me and going, well, what do you think about this agent? What do you think about this manager? And my answer is always, somebody is paying their bills.
Somebody.
Somebody is.
Yeah.
It could be you,
Yeah.
but somebody is paying their bills. So they've got the lights
there's-
on in their office, they've got a car they're driving.
There's like either you want to be where they have all the pretty girls, or you want to be the only pretty girl. That
Well,
kind of
you
thing.
just want to be the person that's working. It doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
sometimes they'll
telling
call
you,
for some.
I'm telling you, it doesn't
but
matter
now-
where you
But
are.
now it's changed. But it used
Yeah.
to be for Asians, they used to have only an Asian agent.
Oh, that was years ago, yeah. But now you can be with an agent that doesn't have Asians at all, and you could be
Well, I
with
don't
a
even
great
go out
agent.
for Asian roles hardly at all.
Oh, that's good.
Because, you know,
Really?
not stereotypically. I don't even get a call for Asians hardly.
Well, it's just not
Weird.
like that anymore. I
Yeah.
mean, she can do the, you know, the coroner at the coroner's office, you know. I mean, there's so many roles for her. They don't
Right.
they don't typify ethnicities anymore.
And sometimes
You know what I
I'm-
mean? They just
yeah.
don't.
Sometimes I'm like the only brunette, much as the only Asian. It's all blondes. I don't understand.
That's
I
funny.
got blonde roots.
Blonde roots.
Yeah, I told her as soon as I met her, I said, I have a wig.
She
just
has
like
a wig
hers."
like my hair.
It's gorgeous.
Isn't that great?
This color is beautiful.
Thank you.
It is.
Thank you. Believe it or not, it's Fantastic Sam's. So I could do a commercial for that too. I
You're
swear to God, I
lucky.
do everything at Fantastic Sam's.
But she does hair and makeup, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
She cut my hair not this time, but the last time. We were working on the film, and when it was done, she said, yeah, hey, I gotta cut your hair.
That's awesome. See, she takes care of you. Somebody
I
needs
love
to take
it.
care of you.
I see people. One time I was at the bank and I go up to this teller and I go, you could look a lot better. And I gave him my card and he called me.
That's awesome. That's a good approach, though.
Well, it's just that
Yeah.
I have an
You
eye
care,
for
though,
certain
but you
things.
care.
Yeah, I love making people look good.
See, that's good.
I
Yeah.
cut hair for Chris Christopherson. I mean, I have had a lot of amazing clients that I do makeup and hair for films too.
Oh, that's
So
wonderful.
It's a blast. But this is the bad thing. When I'm an actress, you know, I'm sitting in the chair and then someone will yell, hair and makeup, or makeup, and I go, oh, like this, and I go, wait a minute, I'm not makeup today. And I have to sit down because my heart jumps, you know, as soon as I hear that, I'm programmed to get up. It's like Pavlov's dog. I get up and I go like, what am I doing? And then I have to relax again.
That's nice.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Must nice to be just the actress.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
know, because then you
So
can
you could
relax.
just relax. Yeah.
But I just can't get over, you know, getting up. You
I
just have
know.
to break my habit.
I have to tell you, you know, when I've also produced some films and directed some films. I'm getting ready to direct the great Karen White in a web series called Moxie.
Carrie White?
Karen White.
Oh, Karen White.
White. If you look her up, she was like a multi-Grammy winner in the 80s. I mean, you'll know her when you look her up. But anyway, the biggest thing that I realized from being on the other side of the camera was how much time people spent in the makeup chair and how much time it wasted. And I don't know, after that happened, I don't spend that much time in the makeup chair anymore. Because you don't want to wait, you don't want to make people wait for you. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
It's so bizarre.
it is.
It's like I have such a great respect for the time that people take to make a project. How difficult it is to do that, you know?
What made you want to direct?
It just is the next natural step. I have a meeting on Wednesday, keep your fingers crossed, with a lit agent. I have several projects to talk to them about, which is very exciting.
The number 8. You know what the number 8 means, right?
It's good luck in Chinese.
Right,
The number 8?
yes. I was telling you about my opera friend singer. She's the one that told me that number 8.
Where's the number 8 come in?
Well, your address or your birth date or whatever.
Oh.
Anytime there's an 8 involved, it's supposed to be very good
Oh,
in Chinese.
So look for that.
Look for the number 8. I'll just wear a T-shirt and write 8 on it.
That's it. Put it on your.
Just go like
Make your
that.
appointment for 8 o'clock.
Yeah, right. That's it. Anything with 8 in it.
That's
Be
right.
8 minutes late. I mean, anything like that.
Something to think about. Because the Chinese will bring you luck. They brought us spaghetti.
Yeah, I have my house feng shuied actually.
Did you?
Yeah, I painted a bench red and put it in the south, and yeah.
And
So,
then I
yeah.
painted my door red, and it really helped. I
It
don't know if
really
that's
does, yeah.
It attracts.
The chimes. I have chimes. I have yeah.
Opening it up, getting the flow going.
Yeah, the
So
chi
it's-
flow. It's so
yeah.
good for
It's
you.
amazing.
Having water flowing when as soon as
Except
you walk
for the
in. The room.
drought.
Yeah. No, but in a fountain where it recycles.
Okay.
Having black in the north, like put a black photo up in the north. These
You
are
know-
all good things.
The history that I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, God, the history that both of you have, really both of you have in this business, that it's so much knowledge, and you know how to challenge it, and you do too in a sense. And it's really amazing when you see that people know what they're doing or know where they want to go.
Yep. It takes a while to know where you want to go, but once you have it, guys, don't let it go.
Yeah. And
Hold
how
on
often
to
do you
it.
find people like she does a little bit of everything?
Yeah, I see that,
A lot.
which is good.
That's what it's amazing.
You have to.
When you every time I talk to her, she's got something new she's doing.
I'm doing
Tell them
it.
what you did
Well, what?
yesterday. You
Oh.
told me downstairs.
I was hired to do a private party in Beverly Hills at Chin Chin's, and I started doing this with Bloomingdale's, where I do Chinese calligraphy of your name, and then I do English calligraphy underneath. I learned a font from, a Marcia Lear there in Spelling, Spelling. They had a gift shop in Beverly Hills, and I ran into their son years ago, and he said, "Oh, can you do calligraphy?" Of course, I'm really good at writing, and so he gave me their font, and I practiced it, and then I started doing like wedding invitations to the White House, and all this stuff, and that was
That's crazy.
And so this was out of the blue a couple years ago. Somebody said, "Can you do Chinese?" So I said, "I guess so." I looked it up and I figured it out, and I started doing samples, and they hired me for $100 an hour to do Chinese calligraphy, and then I do the gorgeous, and they framed it, and I made a whole bunch of, they sent it out, and had Google and Yahoo
That's
there.
crazy.
It's a whole thing. Of course, I dress up, in the Chinese outfit, and I use
You play the
pen.
part. She plays the part.
No, I have a Chinese accent. And then the weirdest thing is, this lady was there, and she said, "I'm from Beijing. I have studied calligraphy for 5 years in Beijing." And I'm like, "Oh my God." I said, "Can you read this?" And she goes, "Oh yes, amazing that you write so fast, just like so quick to write so many." And I said, "Yeah, speed calligraphy." And then and this other guy was Asian, and he could read it too. And I was like,
It's
wow.
good thing you were writing the right stuff.
Well, I look it up.
That's good.
And I make sure, and they go, "Are you sure this
She's
is-"
not a fraud. She's
Yeah,
the real
I
thing.
mean, it's real, but it's very tricky. When you get to some of them, to write Charlotte, it was like
That's long.
really long, and Judy was like 2 symbols. And then this one lady goes, "But I want mine to look like his." And I go, "But that's his name. I can't put his name on your name." And she goes, "Well, can you write 'I love you' on his?" I said, "There's no space, And so she goes, "Okay." So I had to make it really big, because she only had a few characters. Made it really big so it would look like filling the space.
That's
It
so
was cool,
funny.
and they all bought frames for everything. And
I love
got
it.
It was, and then I was thinking, this is a great Christmas present.
That's a great Christmas present.
So it's another side.
It's another thing you do.
Everybody goes, you can
You
make
do a lot.
extra money.
So
I
good.
go, there's no such thing as extra money. There's just money, right? There's no extra. Once you pay everything, it's all gone.
That's true. There is no extra money.
What is extra money? I just thought that was an oxymoron.
I'm just amazed. I think it's just wonderful what you ladies do.
Well, she's a writer too, I guess, because I'm
Yes,
writing
I
a
mean-
cookbook. and doing web series.
Yeah, I've been writing a long time. But I don't like to write that much because I don't like to be alone. I like being with people. And so when you write, you're by yourself. I like to be with people.
You came a long
Yeah.
way from No Shell.
Yeah, I have, huh? I am working on the second edition to this, and then
Really?
yeah, but it's more of the philosophy.
Can they get this on Amazon and?
Yeah,
other
you could also
places?
get it on Amazon. You can get the ebook on Amazon or the paper book on Amazon, and you could also get it on my website at thelyndontechnique.com.
And we have Joycelyne.com. Joycelyne.
Yeah, Joycelyne.